What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Oh, hope you guys are enjoying your day. And excuse me, but I have a touch of laryngitis, and today is Friday. This has been going on since Monday. Luckily, I still have my voice because occasionally I completely lose my voice, which is horrible because, yeah, you cannot run a house full of children with no voice, and I mean no voice. So anyhow, I'm here to share with you something that we use for history. I have shared before, I think Liberty Kids is a popular series, but this one is different, and I will show you a clip playing so that you can see the difference and why we love it. And so here we are. It's called Kids Animated History with Pippo. Ages 7 to 12, but everybody loves it. The whole house. I love it. And what it includes is 6 discs. Okay, there's Rome, Greece, the Celts and the Vikings. That's on disc 1. Disc 2 is India and Mesopotamia. And Carol Julian. Disc 3 is the Byzantine, Islam. Disc 4 is Egypt, Persians, Hebrews. Disc 5 is the Aztecs, Mayans, Incas. Disc 6 is China and Japan. So here's what they, let me turn it the other way. Here's what they look like. And here's Egypt, because Egypt is in the machine ready to go. So I will show you guys. And we watch over and over and over and over and over again, all of them. They come in handy, especially when we're doing this virtual homeschool co-op, just to go back through what we've already reinforced, because part of our co-op lesson one day is a visual, so we're already watching videos.
Mommy,
Yes. And like I said, the kids will sit down and watch this above anything else. They're captivated by it. And every homeschool parent would definitely love this. I highly recommend it. I mean, not just for homeschooling, but just all around in general. Everything is correct. The characters are correct. The content is correct. It's just on point. And well worth the money. But it says every young person will study these great cultures in elementary, high school, college. Hey, Mom and Dad, you can watch too. So, yeah. Kids Animated History with Pippo presents the Time Compass. So, like I said, completely different program from Liberty Kids, but not less of a lesson. Let's see. Yeah. I can't really show too much, but okay, Egypt. Let's do part 1. I mean, just look at the picture already. And that's what keeps them captivated. The pictures, the images look so real to if we were looking at the actual
Part 1.
scene.
When we mention Egypt, 3 images come to mind. The pyramids, the desert, and that long and impressive river called the Nile. Sound familiar? But let us start by talking about that vast sea of sand known as the Sahara Desert. This place in the north of Africa is not an appealing place to live. However, thousands of years ago, there were abundant rains in the heart of Africa. Little by little, a flow of water was created, and gradually it started to grow. These waters became one of the largest rivers in the world, the Nile. Many people have settled near this river. But living by the Nile has its ups and downs. In the wet season, the Nile grows so much that all lands around it are flooded. But when the water retreats, the land is ideal for farming, since the riverbed has fertilized the surrounding soil. Thousands of years ago, people that had been nomads started building their homes around the Nile. This is how ancient Egypt was born. The Egyptians learned how to grow crops on rich and fertile land. The food was plentiful. This meant that instead of traveling in search of food, the Egyptian people could stay in one place, farming all the food they needed.
You had to search for food all the time, Mommy?
Yes, but not anymore, honey. The Egyptians were very clever in using the flooding of the Nile to their benefit. They invented an irrigation system, which let them grow even more crops. Jobs such as surveyor were invented. Like modern-day engineers, surveyors measured lands and planned how to build the irrigation canals and many other things. The surveyors started to use mathematical calculations to help them plan. Later, this understanding of math would help the Egyptians build great works. The Nile brought the Egyptians another amazing benefit: trade. The crops, food, and other goods the Egyptians produced were put on boats and sold up and down the Nile. Soon, the river became a large highway where goods and peoples traveled, trading with each other, which made the Egyptians quite wealthy. With the abundance of wealth, the plentiful food, and the mobility to trade with other peoples, the great Egyptian civilization started to grow, all thanks to the River Nile.
3,000 years of history.
So you get your timeline.
Over 5,000 years ago, around 3500 BC, the development of trade and agriculture helped some villages on the banks of the Nile become very wealthy and powerful, and important cities started to grow along the river. Around 3000 BC, King Menes created a capital in Memphis, which unified the kingdoms of Upper and Lower Egypt. The symbol for Upper Egypt was a white crown, and for Lower Egypt, a red crown. Thus, the double crown of the pharaohs was created. That was the beginning of a great empire that would last for thousands and thousands of years. Ancient Egypt was in a great location. On one side, the huge desert protected them from attacks from the south. And on the other side, the River Nile provided food, trade, and contact with other villages and peoples. Maintaining unity was difficult for the Egyptian rulers, since they had many enemies that wanted to invade them and strip them of their wealth. The pharaohs ruled Egypt for more than 3,000 years. Just imagine everything that has happened since the beginning of the Christian calendar, 0 AD, until now.
Okay, hold on.
So the Egyptians ruled another 1,000 years on top of that. That's a lot.
Hold on.
The Social Part 1. When water is in the sky, you could imagine it like a pure spirit. Then, when it falls in the form of rain or snow, it connects the purity of the heavens with mountain peaks. As it melts, each drop of water joins together with others to form a tiny trickle. The trickles join to form streams, and so on, till gradually the water washing down the mountain forms a river. This flow of pure water could run through valleys and plains for thousands of kilometers before eventually reaching the sea. when pure water washes down from the mountains and forms a large and constantly flowing river, the lands it travels through become fertile and easy to farm. This is why nearly all of the great ancient civilizations began in areas which were fed by a great river. The ancient Egyptians had the Nile River, the Mesopotamians had the Tigris and Euphrates, in China the Yellow River, and the waters of the Indus River gave birth to one of the most ancient and famous civilizations in history. Around the year 5500 BC, the civilization of India. The Indian people considered their rivers to be sacred. For them, life itself was like water, where each drop, just like each person, had to join together with countless others to flow along the path that was set out for them. Everyone had a set destiny, whether they would live in one place or another, have sickness or health, or be destined to have crazy hair. What do you mean, Peepo? You have crazy hair? Ah, yes, I see. Well, destiny is sort of like that. You see, in ancient India,
So, as you see, you get plenty of geography woven into this history, and I'm sorry I had to stop the video, but yeah. So, very easily to get captivated by this. It's so interesting to just sit here and watch this. So you can find this on eBay, and come here. It's running anywhere from $20 to $44. They're scarce, you know. Here, you want to sit on my lap? You can also find it on Amazon for around $20. There we go. You sit on my lap? Alright. And, hold on. If you guys enjoy, leave me your comment, your thoughts. And, I will see you guys, say tomorrow. Say bye-bye. You don't want to say bye-bye? Say thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe. Bye, guys.